Hello, so today I'm gonna teach you how to speedrun the Code Castle. Now, first off, I'd recommend playing in Turbo Warp because it's faster, but also to use the live split. If you don't know where that is, and let me just real quick fix something. Alright, this should be better. If you just go to the leaderboard, go to resources, you can find Code Castle 0.99, any percent splits. You can change it to be different updates very easily, and there should be some tutorials on how to use live split. But we're mainly here just for the game itself. So first off, you can do load, so then load is pretty useful sometimes. If you're not used to the normal controls, I'd recommend get used to it, but if it's physically impossible for you to do that, then you can change it. And for looks and sound, I'd recommend just remove show scene option. It loses some time if you don't. I don't know if it actually loses time. Now, you're gonna want to grab dive early on that thing. You know why? So then you can automatically get to Mac free or closer to Mac free. So now back to scratch. So at the very beginning, whenever you go through the entrance doors, you're gonna do an early grab dive. Now you may notice that little star at the top. You can just super jump. Oh yeah, that's another strategy, super jump canceling. Basically super jump and just keep pressing X or the grab button. This is really useful. You're gonna also want to super jump here. Get the key and then just go here. Super jump here is useful. You're gonna super jump cancel for these two rooms. You just gotta do it on top of this thing. And then you have to do it on top of this again. So then you can hit the star block. Oh yeah, sometimes the metal blocks will be broken. That's just pure luck. These next few rooms are a bit boring. You're gonna want to press left as early as possible. You can jump through there. This is probably a really difficult strat. You gotta super jump on top of this. It seems really difficult. That's because it is. But you'll get used to it. And they're gonna super jump cancel up to here. Super jump cancel again. I'd recommend dive here. Oh yeah. Quick thing. You can press E to open doors. This is really useful because if you just press up, then you lose all of your speed. So you can just do that, so then you lose less speed. You're gonna super jump here again. Hold E. Now you're done with back to scratch. Now I recommend hold, run, and right. Here, if you just go through the slope, you go a tiny bit slower, so that's why I just jump over it. Now you want to grab dash a bit early. Here, it's pretty interesting. So once you first enter the nerd transformation, if you press down, you'll fall really fast. Now let me show you something you can use for that. You can do that. Oh yeah, another thing. There's another technique called Instamock. Here's one example. That's me pressing the run, grab, and taunt. But there's another way. Press grab and then really quickly press down at the end of your grab. Or like close to the end of it. Here there's also two other ways to do this. You can just press grab. You can fall down. Or you can press down and then really quickly press down. Super jump here. There's coyote time in this game, which means you can jump over it. But if you don't trust yourself, you can always just do that. I need you to look really carefully for this. The most consistent way to do that is just by holding the walls. Now here, I recommend dive, so then you get down faster. Now into scratching time. Yeah, I'd recommend super jump here, so then you automatically get to the top of this. And then, obviously, super jump there. Their transformation. Here is another cool strategy you can do. You can just press grab. Oh, I messed it up. You can press grab, and then you can jump over. It's not fully consistent, but it's good. You're gonna want to jump here, and then do a super jump. Jump dive. Then you just go for this room. Now, this room, the 8 placement, with 8 is always going to be correct, but it's a 1 in 4 chance on where it will appear. This area is the best one. You're going to super jump out of that. You're going to do the strategy that I told you earlier. And then the rest of this is just running in a straight line. Hold E. Okay. Now you're done with level 2, and now there's just one more level left. Cars Challenge. So, in here, this is really weird layout, so I'd recommend jump and then dive on each of these platforms. Once you get on here, you can just do that. And then you're back to the original levels. Do not get the star. We'll talk about that later. So we'll just do these previous 2 levels. So, in this room, the dinosaur thing will appear faster. So once you get it, you can either just move to the left, or once you hit it, you can taunt 2 times. Either strategy will work. But the fastest way is just to do a left to right turn, but make sure that's like that. And the rest of this level is basically what you've learned before. The only other change is that in this room, so we're back to this room again. You're gonna dive down and then immediately hold E. And that is the end of the speed run. For this video, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna do any of the other updates, since if you can speedrun this update, there's definitely a chance you can speedrun all of the other updates, since they're all pretty similar except for some. But yeah. That is how to speedrun the Code Castle. Again, because this is the second tutorial.
So see